Comfort kills clarity. Now, I feel like a lot of this is very obvious. It's common sense, and I don't need to repeat it, but many of you do need me to repeat it for you. And honestly, I think I need to repeat this to myself a lot of times because I fall into the temptation of comfort. I fall into lust. I fall into wanting to hang out with my friends and having a beer on a Saturday, or sleeping in and skipping market open, and all these things that, comfort really pushes onto us, right? And I think it's very important for us to start having this paradigm shift of, comfort is literally what is killing your dreams. You have to view comfort as your literal enemy. All right. And the Bible talks about this stuff. Okay. But in a kind of different way, which is honestly not really different, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. I feel like the Bible talks about comfort as the flesh. And that's really what it is. The flesh craves comfort. Okay. And the Bible states that it is important to fight your flesh, to kill the flesh, quite literally. It says to kill your flesh, to starve it. Okay. And in life, I think many times we fall into temptation because we are not killing our flesh. And it's the same way where if you go to the gym for like the first time in a year, you're going to be so sore. Or the same way an addict, if he's quitting, the first couple of days are going to be so hard. But if you stick it out, same way with the gym, same way with addicts, same way with everything in life. If you stick it out, it only progressively gets easier, or you progressively get better at that thing, right? So it is important to have discipline in everything that you do because you will not see the results right away, right? Especially with trading. Oh my God, you're not going to come into trading and be successful in the first month or first 2 months. And maybe, yeah, you got lucky. But to see consistent results month after month after month, it will not happen after your first few months, right? It is something that you have to master time and time again. And being comfortable will stray you so far away from that, all right? Being in a comfortable situation where you fall into these fleshly desires is going to bring you the farthest from being successful as possible. And I'll show you in terms of trading, all right? Let's say you, for example, hop on the charts at 9:30 and you're waiting for a setup to happen. It's been, let's say 30 minutes. It's 10 a.m. now, and your setup still hasn't formed. You don't want to wait another 30 minutes. You don't want to wait until tomorrow for your setup to form. So what do? You get uncomfortable because you can't be patient, and you click the buy or sell button when there's no setup that tells you to click buy or sell, right? Now you're just gambling. Or another example, you're in a trade, your setup actually formed, but you're scared. You have these emotions running through your body, right? You're scared that the trade might reverse. You're scared that we've been in straight drawdown for the last 5 minutes. I should probably close this trade, right? You start letting these things make you uncomfortable, and you have to be okay with being uncomfortable, right? The same way I'm making this video. Well, let me finish a point about trading. You have to be okay with being uncomfortable. You have to be okay with looking at the charts and seeing red. Okay? You have to be okay with red days. These are all things that are part of trading. And that's why trading is so hard. Because you have to quite literally be okay with losing. Losing is literally part of your model. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, right? They'll take a losing day and start thinking to themselves, like, what am I doing wrong? And you know what? That's perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay to do, to reflect on what you could have done better. But where a lot of people get messed up is that they think that they are doing something wrong, when quite literally sometimes in trading, it is just the statistics playing out, right? If you have a 70% winning rate, that there's still that 30% chance that you're going to lose, And if your setup doesn't play out, it could literally be that 30% chance, that you can't let that fuck with you. All right. And going back to being in uncomfortable situations, it is quite literally the same thing as me recording these videos. I've no history of talking to the camera or, getting on a stage and talking. Excuse me. But I'm trying to put myself in uncomfortable situations and talk to a camera, knowing that I'm not going to edit this video, knowing that this is going to be my first take, and I'm going to post this video regardless. Knowing that I stutter, knowing that I consistently use words like and like and filler words. I know all these things, but I still put myself in uncomfortable situations because I believe that this is a skill that I want to learn, that I want to master. Being able to talk to a camera one-on-one and get my thoughts from my mouth and have you guys understand exactly what I'm trying to think and lay it out in front of you in a way that is logical is something that I'm trying to master. And the only way I can master it is by doing it. And it's going to be uncomfortable, right? This goes across everything. When you're in the gym and you're uncomfortable because your body is sore, your body is tired, that is exactly when you have to push the hardest because that is when the muscles start to grow. It is the same thing with everything in life. The game of life really is not that hard. The rules are, you know the rules. You know that if you were to, for the next 6 months, lock the fuck in, put your phone on do not disturb, stop hanging out with those fucking goons of friends that you have that only fucking jerk off and talk about fucking women and bullshit. You know, if you were to lock the fuck in for the next 6 months, that you would see some results. You can't say no to that. You would see some results. Now, if you consistently did that for a year, now 2 years, you know that you're going to be so much closer to your goals, but you don't do it. You know that if you go to the gym and you eat right, you're going to see the results. Your body's going to change. You know that, but you don't do it. You know that trading works. And maybe you don't know, actually. Maybe you don't know that trading works and you still haven't had that paradigm shift where you truly, deep down in your heart, believe it. Maybe you're still kind of skeptical about it. And that's where a lot of you will also fail. But I think that's a topic for a different day because honestly, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You have to be delusional, one, but when it comes to trading, it is very different, right? This isn't delusion. This is you backtesting your strategy to the point where you see the results on screen and you know that you can replicate this on the charts in real time. All right. So once again, comfort delays clarity. Stop chasing comfort. Okay. When your body wants to sleep in for another 30 minutes, that is when it is the most crucial time to get out of bed. When your body doesn't want to take that cold shower, that is when it is most important to step in that cold. Excuse me. Fuck. Shit. I still have to post this. That is when it is most crucial to step in that shower. When your body doesn't want to go to the gym, that is when it is most crucial to go to the gym. And you guys think that, going to the gym is just about looking good and growing muscles. No, it's a mentality thing. It's you showing up every single day despite how you feel. And conquering these certain things will compound, right? If you conquer waking up early, then you conquer reading your Bible, then you conquer going to the gym, then you conquer eating right. Now you're starting to conquer all these things. And once you conquer all these things, you have an amazing day. And if you have an amazing day and you consistently have amazing days, now you have an amazing week. And if you have multiple amazing weeks, now you have an amazing month. And bro, if you can have amazing months back to back to back to back, boom. I promise you're going to be this fucking close to your goals. Now, once again, this is just a yap session. Who the fuck am I to give you advice? I'm a nobody, just some random motherfucker y'all ran into on YouTube. But, yo, take this advice or don't and run with it. I'm telling y'all, this is something that I've been doing for myself, trying to get better at speaking and trying to, truly, I know these things, but I personally am not doing them. I'll be completely honest with you. I tell y'all to wake up early and, conquer this, conquer that, but I'm personally not doing all these things either. I fall victim to the demon of comfort. I fall victim to my flesh a lot. And I'm not here to shit on you or any of that. I'm here to better myself. And through these videos, I feel like I'm talking to myself and trying to improve on that. trying to improve on the stuff that I already know I have to do. And through it, hopefully I can motivate a couple of y'all to kill comfort. All right. That's going to be it for today. Love y'all. God bless y'all. Peace.